Hello, I'm Sschrader. I'm a Libertarian running for president in 2020. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the Democratic Party strategy, campaign strategy, which is identity politics. They've been using identity politics as their primary campaign strategy for decades now. The reason is it works, and it's incredibly powerful and incredibly useful for them. However, they've run into a problem. You see, identity politics only works if you don't have to put your money where your mouth is. When you can talk to a group of people and tell them, oh, your lousy lives aren't because you made poor life decisions. It's because they're keeping you down. Well, we are the only ones that you have any hope in holding them off and being able to bring you up to the place you deserve to be. Well, that only works as long as you don't have to do it. So far, if they get elected, then the next election comes, and when people ask, well, where are all the things you promised? They say, well, they prevented us from doing that. So now you see how powerful they are and how much you need us, so they get elected again. Well, for the first time, this strategy is being challenged by a tax-cutting president. Now, as I stated on why I'm running against Donald Trump, I'm running against him, it's not personal, I don't know the man, but I'm running against him because I disagree with his position on most issues. And on most of the issues I agree with him on, such as tax cuts, I don't think he's gone far enough. That's why I'm running against him, but nope. The problem for the Democrats is that, well, as John F. Kennedy said, a rising tide, when it comes to the economy, a rising tide lifts all the boats. It lifts a poor man's rowboat just as high as it does a rich man's yacht. And Trump's economy has done more for those minority identity groups that the Democrats base their entire strategy on than the Democrats have for 30 years. And they're panicking. But they're panicking because it means that they're going to have to deliver on some of their promises. But here's the fatal flaw of identity politics. It fails the moment you try to implement any of those promises. Take slavery reparations, for example. Okay, that's their biggie for this one. Matter of fact, the New York Times leaked with their Plan 1619. It's going to be all slavery all the time for the next year. Okay, well, let's take a look at if they try to implement said reparations. Who's going to pay them? Well, whites are. Well, unfortunately, the Supreme Court struck down all those old Jim Crow taxes that were meant to keep black people down. That's being unconstitutional. So you can't just stick it to the whites. And besides that, who's a white person? I mean, I'm sure that Jesse Jackson's definition of what a white person is different from Elizabeth Warren's. So who's going to pay, even if you can't stick to the whites? Well, it's going to have to be every taxpayer, every American taxpayer, meaning that black taxpayers are going to be forced to pay reparations to themselves, with some of it sticking to the hands of the bureaucracy, of course. How about all those other identity groups that the Democrats are saying, you go to hell, you're going to have to pay black people slavery reparations, even though your people weren't here in the country when we had slavery. Oh yeah, that's going over like a lead balloon. So whenever you're dealing with someone using identity politics, just ask them, how are you going to enforce it? And watch their pointy little heads explode. Now, if you'd like to see the other videos in this series, you can either go to my campaign website, www.sschrader, SCHRADER, for president, the number 2020.com, or go to YouTube and type in S. Sschrader campaign. You may have to scroll down some, but they're all there. Goodbye.